Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to A2D Agrees to Disagree. As always, I'm here with Brian. Today we have a very, very special guest. He is my beard brother from another mother. We got Josh on board. He is, we go way back with Josh. He was the first winner of our Champions Fantasy League. So this guy really knows what he's talking about. And, he's a Niner fan. So got to give him a little bit of cushion because he's going to be a fanatic for those Niners on there. But BT, how you doing, man? How you doing tonight, man?
Good, man. Like you said, just happy to have the big dog with us. Finally, we've been talking about it for a while. You know, he's the Niner guy. He brings the West Coast. He knows all about the NFC West, especially his Niners. So this is a quarterback carousel show. We're going to get into all the potential quarterback movement we have, and his team is going to have a new quarterback or maybe a new one, kind of new one. Maybe. What do you think, big dog? How's it going to go down there?
Well, we're not getting Tom Brady. We're not getting Aaron Rodgers. None of that's going to happen. So all that stuff, like, it sounds nice when you're like, oh, yeah, Tom Brady, come back and finish. No, because between me and BT and I, like, he knows I gave him a ton of crap for Tom coming to Tampa Bay, and I called it rented success, right? Like, I called it that because it was, that's what I felt it was. It was like, all right, yeah, cool, you got it, but you had Tom. So if I were to be cool with that, I feel like I would, be going back on how I feel about the situation, which the Niners are doing it the right way. People want to view what they gave up for Trey as a lot, and that's to be told. We lost the 29th and a 12th last year, but from what I know or what I saw from the two games from the big guy, Jesus, you want to talk about what you're looking for. I remember playing Madden, and Trey's pretty close to what I was creating, what I was trying to create, right? And yeah, it was, the first two starts, it's not like you're like, oh, that was perfect, that was convincing. Like, yes. No, dude, he's 21 years old. He's raw. The thing I really like about the move, and this is something that, I heard a while ago, is he was projected to be the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft. Mm-hmm. And what? Are we going?
Upgrade.
You're good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
something happened. It said the meeting was upgraded. We VIP now. But yeah, that's a good point about number 1 this year. Trey, he's got all the talent in the world. That's what you're saying. He could be the number 1 pick in this year's draft.
Well, yeah, and shit. If it goes that way, Detroit might be looking at a new quarterback, but at number 2. But it didn't go that way, and Kyle knew that. And from what I saw from Trey, what more do you want to see? And why would you bring in a guy like Tom Brady? Why would you have to pay him $20 million? You really think he's at the point where he's like, oh, I'm gonna teach him. I'm gonna teach him. What are you gonna teach him? Like, he's just gonna be like, all right, cool. Like, I can hold this clipboard real well, and still I'm gonna play this game the way I'm gonna play it next year.
You wanna take this one first, or you want me to go?
Yeah, I think I kind of have to, big dog. He ain't gonna just rent success bullshit over here. Come on. The Niners are a team that is built to win. They have one reason why they haven't won in the past few years, and that's kind of Jimmy G. They almost had the Chiefs beat in the Super Bowl. They had a lead. They had a lead against the Rams. You can't hold a lead. You get everything else you need. You win when you can. It's been since '94. I think you'll take a Super Bowl even if it's rented. It'll feel real good when it happens. I promise you that. That's for damn sure. So if Tom you can,
come to Minnesota, and I'll take rented success all day.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, no, rented success is how you do things in the NFL nowadays, bros. Aren't you guys with it? But the thing is, the Niners have been doing this like Milwaukee. And when Milwaukee won, that whole city felt great because they did it the right way. And Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch has built that team. They blew it up when they got there. I don't know the exact number, but guys, you're looking at, I think the first year there was 32, 34 new guys. Like, that's saying like, hey, this roster's trash. So then you move on from it, and then now we're here. And yes, Kyle Shanahan's legacy is, hey, I can get up on you, dude. I have no idea how to finish it though. And that sucks. but
guess what Tom does?
He finishes it. So yeah, but that's what I mean. Like
how if you can get him, you have to.
So here's my take on Tom Brady. And I actually do think because I think Tom has gotten to the point in his career where he can kind of do whatever the fuck he wants, whether Kyle wants him there or not. Because I think 2 years ago, I think he wanted to play for Frisco and it didn't work out for him. So, he went to Tampa because Tampa.
You know why that is? You know why that is?
Why?
Because Kyle and Tom are too much alike, man. They're too much alike. They're the same guy as far as like they both want to be, hey, I'm the guy. And Kyle, that's Kyle's problem for us. As a Niner fan telling you, he's the one that kind of gets in our way.
You said it, big dog.
Kyle Shanahan is a genius and he knows it, but that's sort of like his Achilles heel is when he gets in those big moments to finish someone. Go to Devo, dude. Go to Kittle. Why are you drawing
so
something?
If you think John Lynch, if you let's put it this way, if you think John Lynch
tell him, Josh,
has an opportunity to bring Tom Brady in and almost guarantee you a trip to a Super Bowl, you wouldn't do it. I think I do think if Tom comes out and says the only team I want to play for is San Francisco and I'll do it for this much. It's probably not about the money for him. He was a Frisco fan growing up.
It's not.
Yeah. I'm aware of that, and you know what?
Maybe he make $20 million with the Bucks.
I don't think it's about money. I think he wants to go and win a championship with his childhood team, and I think that I could see that as a real possibility. And there's going to be little ripple rumors now, but come August, he's really going to start itching to come back and play. Whether or not it happens, I have him slated as the San Francisco quarterback come September. I do. I don't really believe Tom was done. I think Tom was done in Tampa because he did what he said he was gonna do. And that was the next step in his legacy. I think the last step in his legacy is winning one with San Francisco. I think that's what he wants. That's personally what I think. I'm not as attached to San Francisco as you are. So this is just me on the outside looking in. But
that's the only way that happens. If like you said, if it's his childhood team and he really wants it, but he's got nothing else to prove at all. You talk about week one starter, to me, it's Trey Lance.
I believe. Sorry, Josh, go ahead. No, this is
no. Go ahead. I was just gonna bounce off that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and the last thing I want to say is, I think that it would be a bad move in the development of Trey Lance if they were to go and sign Tom Brady, because I do think Trey Lance deserves that shot. They liked the kid for a reason last year. And, going into year two, I think that, Kyle likes him enough to give him confidence. And that's their starter right now. That's who they're going to build the team around through the draft and everything else. I just, at the end of the day, in August, you have a shot at a Tom Brady, a healthy Tom Brady, a happy Tom Brady. I could see Lynch going out and making that move. And I think I think it'd be a bad move for the future of the Niners, but I could definitely see it happening.
Exhibit A for why I say it's rented success. You're taking 1 year and you're saying, hey, yeah, dude, we'll sacrifice. Like, the Niners aren't luxurious right now in our cap situation. We don't have the ability to just be like, oh, we can sign Tom, win it this year, and then lose all of our key role players who we could potentially sign. And to me, that's where it's just not worth it. And I agree with you 1000%. It's a bad move for the organization. Don't send that message. Don't send that message, because Trey, start one versus Arizona, rocky, but that was because of play calling and the fact that Kyle Shanahan forgot that 3 points is 3 points. If he would have took all the field goal opportunities, we're looking at a different ball game, and Trey Lance would have survived a situation or been in it rather than being 2 for 6 on fourth downs. And then you move forward to the Houston game that a lot of people want to discount, which how can you? You don't play professional quarterback. You don't know how hard it is to prepare for an NFL team. The Texans are still a group of paid men who take what they do seriously. And it was a slow start, but what I can tell you watching it the last couple days is it felt like Kyle Shanahan figured out I know how I'm going to call this game with Trey in the second half in Houston. And then that's when you saw a lot of play setups that were more designed for the longer, deeper plays, which we clearly lack with Jimmy, which, when you're riding with Jimmy, trust me, whoever gets Jimmy, you'll learn to be like, oh yeah, no, mid-range and check downs. He's got it. But when you got a guy like Trey that comes in, I think he threw a couple touchdown passes that were, at least a couple deep balls, and it was nice.